Hi family, God bless you in Jesus' mighty name. Welcome back to my channel. My name is MJ. We'll talk all things autism. Happy Wednesday to you. I hope everything is going well for you and the kids, and that everybody is getting back in the rhythm of school being back. For those that are on spring break, happy spring break to you. I hope you guys get some rest that we did or were on our spring break. So today I'm talking about an interesting topic again that I wasn't really aware of, that I'm also still digging and diving and reading. And it's a concept of concept learning. So there was a few articles that I read, and some of them was titled Learning Through Repetition is Out, which I don't know if it can ever be out, and if independence on the spectrum is possible. That one, of course, I believe independence on the spectrum is possible. I think if we can empower our kids enough through different strategies of learning, which we have continuously discussed in the last few weeks, and then using whichever style that works best, and then maybe using multiple teaching strategies depending on what skill or task you're trying to teach your kid. Of course, fully independence on the spectrum is possible. Now, these two are tied in with that concept learning of concept learning. I'm going to have to say there's no other way to put it. So now they're just saying more of, is there a different way for our kiddos to learn without us necessarily always repeating? So now this concept of concept learning is being able to recreate the education system on how children can learn. The way that I honestly learned this was at the time when we were learning about the toileting, which we talked about 2 videos ago. And I was discussing with Jayson's occupational therapy, and I said, well, ABA has come in, they've given us the list of how to, the steps he needs to do, sit on the toilet, and after he's pooped, wiping his bottom and making sure that the tissue is clean. But I was explaining to her at one moment, this was maybe years ago, but it just came in my mind, and I said this would be good for me to tie in together, where I was like, well, I don't think he's watching the tissue and being mindful if the tissue is clean all the way. So she came up with this strategy of, well, how do we teach him another way of cleaning, right? So because Jayson doesn't mind different textures, she decided to use shaving cream that day during session. So, and this is hopefully my gentleman that helps with my videos will pop and show you what they were doing in OT that day. But while they were playing and messing with the shaving cream, he accidentally put it all over his face, which was quite interesting. But the goal of it was, through this concept of him cleaning the plate of shaving cream, he will know how to fully conceptualize what happens when he's using the bathroom to fully be clean. So she gathered one thing and added another thing to attain this goal of wiping his bottom. So I was truly amazed, and really worked. I was amazed, but I didn't know that's what she was doing. So as years have gone by and I continue to educate myself, inform myself, I said, oh, so that's conceptual learning, where you would take something, put it in with something else to retrain or recreate something for the child to use at the benefit of teaching a skill using a different shape, a different way of teaching, so that the child can obtain that skill or that thing you're trying to teach them in a different way, but then sticking to the same goal, of course, which was quite, impressive. So that's what she did during our own time while we were in OT that day. And I was truly amazed. I didn't know that I was what she was doing. So through this, there's the article that I read on the Parenting Magazine was saying, of course, they have a training also, and I need to mention that if you want to dive further into it. And yes, it's also $99, $100, and this one will increase confidence and independence. It will learn flexibility to handle changes, communicate their needs effectively, self-monitor their progress, and then organize the day and plan and prioritize tasks using this concept. But I also found, for those, of course, we don't give away money like that. There's a great website that's called Behavioral Framework, and it has a few good details on that also, and I will link that at the bottom. And I think that'll be very good resource for us this time around. And also a video that I found on YouTube that this one lady did a fantastic job explaining. So she is from Teach Middle East. I guess she was doing some kind of training and they decided to post it on YouTube for us for free. She did a great job explaining what concept learning is, how to utilize it in our everyday or especially in an education setting. So I think we should check it out. I think this will be really good, since we just finished talking about teaching strategies, but this is another teaching strategies for our kids. And I think once we see a lot of the way that the professionals are using, we can also use it at home. Okay, family, I hope this is helpful to you, but this is kind of new to me, and I myself, as I said, I'm learning also to utilize it at home. Okay, hope this was helpful. Once again, it's concept learning. That's what this teaching strategy is. I hope that was helpful to you guys this week. Continue to stay strong, continue to remain in the presence of God. May His grace and His love continue to rest upon us as we continue to learn and navigate through all these resources that we have available to us. Until I see you on the next video, remember Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. Amen. God bless you, family. Have a great rest of your week.